Yellow Productions presents 7 Days and Nights in Kyushu, Japan, the land of snow and fire. In 7 minutes, I'm going to go over a whole week in Kyushu, Japan, so this is going to be pretty fast and furious. If you want to know more, I've got more detailed videos, link in the description in the Kyushu, Japan playlist. Our full first day in Fukuoka, we visited the DAZAIFU TENMANGU shrine, one of the biggest shrines in Fukuoka, and while we were there, something really cool happened. A Japanese television crew caught up with us from Japanese KBC TV. We spent an hour and a half shooting some video for their morning show. I had camera envy. Their camera's way bigger than mine. After shooting their video and my video, Topher was famished, so we stopped in to ICHIRAN ramen for lunch and had some famous Hakata-style ramen. Delicious. The first night in Fukuoka, we checked out the Canal City shopping mall. It is the largest development ever in Japan's history. Couple hundred stores, movie theater, and it has a really neat nighttime fountain show. Spent the night at the Hotel NIKKO Fukuoka, a pretty nice hotel 3 blocks from Fukuoka's main Hakata train station. The morning of day 2, we visited Fukuoka's TENJIN neighborhood, the other big train station. It's famous for its shopping, particularly its covered shopping streets, but even more so its underground shopping arcades. These shopping arcades seem to go on endlessly. We're packed with people and stores. Hey everybody, I am in Fukuoka today, and what am I eating? What did I fly halfway around the world to Japan to eat? Is it sushi? No. Is it ramen? I already had that twice yesterday. Today it is pudding. The yellow building back there, that's the Hakata Street West pudding shop. What do they sell? Pudding. What else do they sell? Pudding. What else do they sell? Nothing else except pudding. Well, after our pudding, we hopped on the train to Yanagawa for a Japanese gondola tour, basically, complete with a singing Japanese gondolier.
YANAGAWA, YANAGAWA, 横断節、それ横断節。
For dinner in Yanagawa, we had steamed eel. It was the most delicious and most expensive steamed eel I've ever had, and steamed eel seems to be about the only thing this town sells. After eel, we saw one of the most interesting things we've ever seen in Japan. It's the DAIZENJI Shrine's Fire Festival. This festival's been going on for 1,600 years. Hundreds of Japanese men carry these torches through the shrine, and then it culminates in the burning of these really huge torches, ultimately to drive the evil spirits away from the shrine. Day 3, we picked up a rental car and we drove to Nagasaki, but first a pit stop in the porcelain town of ARITA. It's also famous for their beef in this region. We had beef for lunch, some of the most delicious and tender beef ever. Once we got to Nagasaki, we went to check out the famous night view, but unfortunately it was too cloudy and all we saw was the view of the inside of a cloud. After failing on the nighttime view, we went to check out Nagasaki's Chinatown, which has these really neat illuminated signs. It has music in it. That music in the background actually plays here, and we had champon for dinner at this Chinese restaurant. It's been here over 100 years. So what's champon? Well, it's this. It's kind of like chow mein noodles in soup. The next morning, we just had a couple hours before we checked out, so we went to see the Magane Bridge right there. Do you see the Magane? It's the glasses bridge. It makes a little reflection in the river. Well, it's better when it's not windy. I think it's a little less windy right now. If you don't see it, then maybe you need Magane glasses. And then we visited Dejima, this former island in the 1600s. There was a Dutch trading post, and on Dejima, the island, they have a miniature version of the island on the island. So cute! And we were hungry. Before we left, we got these delicious pork buns. It was so delicious, we got a second one. 400 yen. These shops are all over Nagasaki, and pork is heavenly. It's so tender. I don't think I've ever had pork this tender. Get these if you come to Nagasaki. After Nagasaki, we took our rental car and drove up to ASO Mountain. It's the largest active volcano in Japan, and no volcano today, but lots of snow. It's a really high elevation. It's pretty cold, but the good news is we're staying in Onsen Hotel in this area. It's a 100-year-old Japanese traditional style hotel. That is warm, this is cold. And this shrine behind me, this is the ASO shrine, the head of these shrines. Unfortunately, it's collapsed, and so they're remodeling it now. But still, plenty of people come to this shrine. Day 5, we went to Kurokawa Onsen, one of the best onsen towns in Japan. We had had some onsen eggs, which are eggs that have been boiled in the hot spring water. And then after touring the town to check into our hotel, we drove down what had to be like the narrowest road in the snow. Super crazy. To ultimately check into the Yamakizuki Onsen Hotel in Kurokawa Onsen, Japan, where we had a very elaborate onsen hotel dinner that did include something weird: fish on a stick. But Yamakizuki Hotel, it was really nice. It has the nicest outdoor onsen hot spring of any hotel we've ever been at in Japan. It was right next to the river. There was snow coming down. It was just an amazing hot spring experience. Usually I do these videos outside, but it's really cold outside. Can you see? Kind of looks like Siberia. It is -3 degrees. We're driving on the Kyushu Expressway heading to Beppu, which is like the capital for hot springs in Japan. And if you don't believe me, -3, just take a look at the front of the car there. This mountain is part of the ASO mountain range, which is Japan's most active volcano. I had no idea that a volcano could be so cold. Beppu is Japan's capital of hot spring hotels. You can see the steam rising from all the hot spring hotels here. But we visited one of Beppu's 7 hells, 7 different themed hot spring pools you can visit. This one is the Sea Hell. Then we checked into the 3rd and final onsen hotel on our stay. This one's in Yufuin. It's the Yufuin Gettouan Hotel, another boutique hotel, less than 20 rooms. And to get to our room, we had to cross this rope bridge.
So this is a new one. Rocks. What's it for? Steak. Not to eat. I was concerned. I didn't know how to eat those. But you cook your steak on the rock. It sizzles. And the steak is in Topher's favorite food, bamboo. Look at that.
But Topher's favorite part of this hotel was definitely the private onsen hot spring bath in our room. Well, outside, but right next to our room in a private area. And on day 7, our final day, we spent the morning exploring Yufuin Town, a cute little onsen town with an almost pedestrian shopping street with tons of neat restaurants and souvenir shops. Once we finished up Yufuin Town, we drove the rental car back to Fukuoka, returned it, and hopped on a Shinkansen, the bullet train, just 2.5 hours to Osaka. All right, thanks for watching. If this was your first time here, please click on this yellow ball to subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, links in the description below, or watch one of these other videos. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.